We are bringing you two big stories on this Saturday here on WFAA+. Millions of Americans across the country joining together for No Kings rallies. You're taking a live look at the demonstration in Boston, where you can see so many people are gathered there. At the same time, we are in a first alert weather day here in North Texas and keeping our eye on storms and rain. Thank you for being with us. I'm Morgan Young.
And I'm Rebecca Lopez.
And we've got to look at some of the demonstrations across the country before we get to the ones here.
Yeah, we're going to go to the one in Boston that we were just looking at. Oh, now we're in D.C. So D.C. did not have a protest back in June because if you remember, the president was celebrating his birthday and there was a military parade on that day. So this is the first protest of this kind in D.C.
And I believe we have another picture as well. Again, these are happening all over. Another look at Boston here, Rebecca. So many folks here.
Yeah, and Boston had over 1 million at its last protest in June. It combined with Boston Pride, which the LGBTQ community also had a huge march and rally as well.
So these No Kings rallies are all part of a national movement. There are more than 2,500 demonstrations scheduled for across the country. We have multiple here in North Texas. And the organizers of the events say that these are demonstrations that are pushing back against the actions of our current presidential administration, multiple actions that this administration has taken. And we're seeing these different issues as we've been covering this throughout the morning in different signs, different messages. And here's a look at what's happening in Dallas right now. Rebecca, I know you covered the first round of this in Dallas.
Yeah, and what you see here is a lot of people from all walks of life, some people that are protesting or standing up for freedom of speech, others that are protesting the fact that they believe that the president's policies are very heavy-handed when it comes to the LGBTQ community, immigration, people that are upset of various policies of the president and his administration. You see the American flag waving there. They definitely have encouraged the organizers of these rallies to bring American flags, to show your patriotism and to stay peaceful. That is the key here, is they keep telling everyone, we want to remain peaceful. We want to exercise the First Amendment right to have your voice heard. That is what the organizers have been saying.
And one of the things that we've seen, you know, the demonstrations in North Texas started up in Collin County at about 9 o'clock this morning. And one thing that we've seen here in Dallas, up in Collin County and Tarrant County, is just the sheer volume of people who are showing up here. I know we've got to look. I believe Natalie Haddad has a show of us. She has some video for us that we'll be able to look at in a bit, but was saying when she was up in Frisco, so many more people than she thought. In the last hour, those crowd sizes doubled.
Yeah, there were, I think, 3,000 people in Plano alone. And now we're going to some of the Frisco video. You see, this is when it started to rain, and so you saw some of the crowd disperse, but they had a very large showing in an area that is typically a red part of the state. But you see, and Natalie said they had both Democrats and Republicans that she spoke to out at these protests. So that's very interesting that you're seeing all these people at these rallies. And let's listen in to some of the people that she interviewed out there.
This is not just Democrats. It is Democrats, independents, Republicans, non-voters that we hope to turn into voters. This is not a Democrat organization. It's not an organization. It's a collective grassroots people that are just all kinds of people.
And again, we've been covering, you know, just different areas, trying to get across the Metroplex to just show you what this has looked like across our area. And Luke Clary has actually been in Tarrant County for us. He's in Fort Worth now, and another place where we saw a lot of people. And Luke, it's raining there, and folks were beginning to march the last time we checked in with you.
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. I mean, it's been off and on rain here, really coming down in sheets at times. I'll tell you that the massive crowd that we saw here at Burke Burnett Park is now on the move. They are marching through downtown Fort Worth. We're expecting them to arrive back here at any moment. And when they do, the rally will continue. They've had a speaker set up on a stage in the middle of the park. Their voices just echoing across the buildings here downtown. And you know, we've seen passions running very high here today. A wide variety of issues on these signs that people have raised, sharply critical of the Trump administration's, in particular, the Trump administration's immigration policies and federal agents going into American cities like Chicago. That is front and center on many people's minds. You could see some of those who are still here in the park just kind of awaiting the arrival of the thousands of people who are marching. And again, we expect them to be here any moment now. There's a large police presence here. We've seen security barricades here. They're directing traffic. And so far, in terms of security, we really have not seen any major issues. I was speaking to a safety volunteer here today who said that they did have to, as I mentioned earlier, shepherd someone out of here who brought a paint gun to the crowd. Someone clearly just trying to agitate the crowd, but no real weapons or any significant fights. There's been no sign of any counter-protesters here either. So, and I should mention that it looks like the sun might be peeking out here as well. So the umbrellas may be coming down, but the signs are still up here in downtown Fort Worth.